era ne bamutiikinga n'agenda asuula akalulu.
Kaali kakodyo kaabwe kakubba. Kaali kakodyo kaabwe kakubba. Ne kino kye tugamba
bamaloketinga randomly. Naye kijja kitya mbu ate we bamweroketinze erinnya lye lyalimu mu register.
Ate nga waakuuma.
Ate naddala ku layini gye nali nnyimiriddeko.
Olaba ne ba police constables luli baali tebalonda nga balina kuuma. Naye si bubadde balonda. N'ogamba naye ate bino bizze bitya. Kati ng'ovuddeko ne ku ekyo kiri kye twayogerako nti abo ba polling officer, ba returning officer ne ba agents babagula. Tewabalaba nga babaguze bali mu kulonda. Bakiikinga. Still abasajja abo ba RDC be twayogerako bagamba tugenda bawo obukadde 5 mutuwe bu ballot book twetiikingire ng'atiikinga katabo kalamba. Okitegeera bwebo obubbi oyo musajja bwazza akozesa tayinayo kalulu nkugamba ke yali awagudda. My conclusion nze kyendaba ndi ku ground naye nze ndaba grievances nyingi eziri mu bannayuganda si
kisa kye bambikomawo kisa kye come back okay for the time being lyrics what's up bro yebaliko
bo bazze bamenya amateeka abalamuzi
ngenda kuziza lyrics bulungi nnyo wasize otya loka muting Chris lyrics sasa okulaba muganda wange sasa okulaba
nange obasanga badde ndudde okulabako
kuzunga naye tuli up and down
yabadde waneno yabadde omusajja mukulu oli Zimbabwe.
Thank you Brooklyn King.
Zimbabwe musajja mugezi nnyo naye ebiseera ebimu oba kuba kwagala sirwaza bannayuganda oba alina point gy'agambye omusajja yaggala eggwanga olwa covid erisobola okutambula naye yeerabira nti kyali Uganda wokka. Ekya covid kiba kyanjawulo n'ensi erimu obutabanguko teri gavumenti eyinza kukkiriza
yonna ng'ate babawo obuyambi.
Teri nsi eyinza kukkiriza motoka zaayo kujja mu nsi erimu obutabanguko ekitegeeza nti supply eziba ziyingira eggwanga lyo baba bazisalako. Kiri eri kyali kirala nti ensi yonna yalina obuzibu n'ekirala nti mu buzibu bwe twalimu bwonna bwali bwansi yonna international community yali ekyasobola okusupportinga gavumenti ennafu. Kino ate nakyo kiba kirala tegeera nti wabawo gavumenti zitajja kusupportinga mu mbeera ebeera erimu nti omulimu okutulugunya bannansi tebayinza kusupportinga kutulugunyizibwa kw'abantu mu nsi. Kati ekyo ye simanyi oba takimanyi bumanyi oba yeewunza bwewunza kwagala ate siriwalizaamu balala naye ng'ate musajja mugezi waba atudde okuwa gundi alina points. N'ekirala abantu abali awo abajja nga temujja kwongera ku ndooza z'abandamu wabula mujja kuzinafuya bunafuya temutuula mu butebe kuba toyinza kujja munno ng'alina pointi egyali mu kuwa abantu ate n'oyagala ogiffemu ebituli omunafuye olagende tujja kukola. Sikimanyi nti oba ye takimanyi nti tactic omu gye yakozesa n'alemererwa mu lutalo omulala asobola okujja n'agikozesa ate n'awangula olw'ensonga nti yasobola ogirivise nga n'alaba gwe wakolera ensobi ye n'atereeza ensobi n'asobola okubeera successful mu tactic yo gye wakozesa gwe n'olemererwa. Kati bw'aba agamba mbabikolako muwoko tuwaaka gundi nebikola ki ne bigaana Omulala asobola okujja n'agikozesa kuba ye abasobola okuba agistadi nga n'alaba nti oli agikozesa mu kusooka wano we yakolera ensobi ne kigaana ze kantereezeewo. Ekyo nakyo simanyi oba nakyo takimanyiiko. Era nzize nga njagala mubuuza ambuulire ofiisi gy'akolera entuufu kuba alabika alina ofiisi gy'akolera emutuma.
No, yali musajja wankyukakyuka.
Webatebagala okubafiitingamu.
Jeno, ati abo bateekwa okuba be bawadde obusente bajjenga ku social media.
Kuba ebintu byabadde ayogera.
Baganda bange, let me ask you the simplest question. At this time and situation, wakyaliwo ayinza okuva eri n'akubulira ebibuuzo ebitagatta. Nze kankubulira amazima. Nze kana akaseera ke tulimu oli ne bwangamba to get your peace back. Buka kuva ku kalina, I can do it. Watch, because I'm tired. Nze kuba njogera nseka. Wasobola kukkiriza emotions zange zinfuge.
Jeno olaba kankubuulire n'amazima. Gwe nga gw'oyinza obutasobola naye bannayuganda n'omusajja atufuze yategeera nti tuli bangu nnyo baakujja ku mulamwa. Yakimanya nti tuli bangu nnyo baakujja ku mulamwa. Kati ky'olina omumanya nti ekyo gundi kyabadde akola Zimbabwe toyinza kungamba nti tekibadde kitegeke. Nti ebadde ensobi azze buzi gundi ekyo kibadde kitegeke. Toyinza keera ku makya n'ogamba omuntu w'okola bizinensi eno neegaana ng'ojja mpinga ku ndala.
Omulala bw'agikola succeeding.
Endala gy'ogendako ojja kwesanga zonna emisolo babikka gyegimu. Ekisinza okulemesa bizinensi misolo gye babateekako emingi. N'akantu akataliiko ki. Kati bizinensi gy'ogenda okugendako efevalinga etalina gundi. Teriiwo.
Kakati waliwo no eyabadde angize yawandiise wano message n'agamba Geno Idi oba wabaaki lwaki toyagala simanya gundi wono oba Geno Idi wabaaki bannaye why can't you welcome other people's ideas? Nagezaako mwita wagula nyinyonyole which ideas. Brother, I'm not opposing anyone's ideas, but I'm giving you the simplest way. Woyinza okuteekawo idea yo netafuna anything like backlash. Lwaki? Manyi kyayogerako. Yomu kubagamba that people should go to churches every Sunday. People should go to mosques every Friday. Waliwo lunch hour. Yeah, of which it's not bad. But in this strong system, can you really go into that without any serious resistance or wachi?
So, General,
what can
I heard about it. Kubanga as a youth mobilizer internationally. Usually to posting kubanga nange banji padene posting at that post. One of the things we're not putting days on anything we're doing is just that you're planning, you're organizing with no date. So one of the church, I remember it. Since baganye because they won't allow ngabo gambe for people to stand there and talk about anything. Nembanga mogera kuya games yawe. Nayenga church, those are fake but religious people. Boba organizing abantu. So the idea was to getting on church to take over those churches. Nga kakati an idea jolina a year to sit home. Bofuna abantu wade you can't see meet up whatever. Nga musobola within that church organizers kubanga that's their church. They won't have any kind of restrictions. Era na wano wolaba a lot of boycotts abantu badukira mu church. Bowagan on the street kubanga many church is kind of offense. So the idea kubanga abantu sinayogera with the head yachide sewo Now some of the idea of their executive about said the idea, and since they won't lie outside, most of all again churches have an katugambe and over fake pastors. Nemwero was a whole team. Now when I see you general, I could tell you ntinga naku munana tugenda kola wetuti. Nga obochiraba like there you can still link up with people. The way they cannot stop you. Na ebo tugamba tugenda kuona wachitebe. They will be there. Na eba nongabagamba I think present when he said about okola gali. Osobola okola gali between nga muli mu church eyo kubanga jukira churches within neighboring people. So within the neighbors. Osobola okogera kubomanyi. That was the idea of that church thing.
Can I advise you one thing? You see all those churches, believe it or not, churches are run by operatives. Most of the ushers, bonabonabachi, by operatives. Never pastors, but under the state house. So it's not a bad idea. But how can you bring even those you found in the churches on board? There is only one way. First preach an economic shutdown. So that in the church Akabba kaleme kujura.
That was the other idea. Telling you again accessible anything mukababo. That was one of the things that was put on the table. There is no even the chikumi you cannot put in the cupboard. That was one of the rules that was made.
Not to listen. Remember you who have gone there with your idea. See church in number. But I want to bring even the pastor on board. What should I do? To preaching so that the whole community ngatuli muchibwechi economy gadewo. Even if we go to church, even if a miss wedding ngate wale atadewo muchibo, what will it do? On father over engine over baba itaba engineer aba pastor abakulembede bebajo tukulembera ngabala bachiba.
And one of the issues about father now they're in the bucket. Bali Muntso's the dictator. So we are using their churches. We tukoesa churches as our meeting area. Ngabo Gambia. We don't see singa general kubanga mumanyi when I meet him there. Na within the group ntaka katinza have nina team ebusoga ngasatu. Nina team in Kampala ngasatu. So bwemba njagala organize that team ngaba lieutenant bang nemaga tugenda ku church yakakande wherever that is. Nengamba for you to go olabe mwaba abantu njagala olabe who you think you could get onto your team ngabo wana gamba one after one ngatogenda to give the whole obochiraba like not everyone kubanga eriyo the one that boyagala to okutegera bara or shutdown economic shutdown nayenga some of you know kwogera nabo ngabo nagera nawe tell the whole family nagamba neighbor naye all of them come on our live tebajja kubeera kuno bajja kuwulira someone like Zimbabwe ngayogera his nonsense bagambe kale let me get off that kubanga manyi that's not obochiraba. So that was one of the idea ya church until the whole church as singa the churches is taken over ekyo tukimanyi obalabi all of them went to the to the state house naye to this minute they haven't said anything what happened to our first lady. So tosobola kulaba between those no gamba jagenda ku church to expect that father to say anything. Naye within that church one of those simanye donkeys will be people that know the truth kubanga as we know buli omu 7 million people voted for the president Olina Abiba. So within those people go gamba especially abatagala to come out nayenga they want to stay between those go gamba just so you know locally you're not gonna work to get to do this.
Okay,
you know that's the idea.
You know the reality is that idea can work, but that's the second phase. I'm looking towards bringing masses on board, but there's no way you can bring them now, you can bring all the masses on board nga tetusose kuba restricting finances nga nawe ogenze mu church nga toyina noli agenze mu church agenze genuinely mu church nga tayina.
Idea joiner is a good idea.
Yes.
So Chendo was idea joiner is a good idea. So what I think, nga mobilize ngamba nti ofuna your strong hands. Nga kakati ku live yo. Inaka abantu 48. Nova building and oyogera nabo just them. Within those, kwata no gamba kakati njagala ku deploying 5-1-1. But that's I think that's the only way.
I'm already doing it. I'm already doing it, by the way.
Fair enough.
Building up a team in the northern, western areas, northeastern. I've started with the outskirts as we are coming inside. And we shall talk more, Brooklyn. Take my number. We shall talk more.
Yeah, link up on Kubanga Nanga Jogamba Northern Western in Nayo teams that were part of our head security and president. Nayenga they were MPs or councillors. Nayenga they still on the mission. You could use them as your way in.
Nze mbadde mpeesa nga plan strategies zijja ensonga empanvu lwaki temukuliyetinzengawo group ne zibeera secretive kubanga we muli wano muli 49 naye si mwenna nti musakimu kati nga mugamba ogenda mu church mugenda mu church abazingako omulundi ogadi gwe ne weebuuza information ibaba
goberera kati wano ebattira abaana nga 19-18 Novemba nga bucelebratinga sebo nga buli muntu gwe bakuba amasasi n'afa bucelebratinga so bubaako businga n'okugoberera kitegeera kyogedde kituufu nenze nga mbadde mbasiibula nze kye mbadde ngamba geno nti tulwane wansi waggulu ne makati kati nze kye mbadde ndaba right now ebintu bye tusaaga ng'eno media bannange twongere okupushinga tutandika okupostinga atrocities Museveni zonna ze yali akoze bano abasajja bajja kufuna interest babayinge batandika okulaba ebikola omuntu ono byabadde akola kati ensonga y'okwambula first lady ya ku mwanjo yeetaagisa ddala okubanga eri ku media kati abaana ffenna tutandike okuba nga tupostingira ddala ebintu ebirabisa ono omusajja abantu beyatta obululu obwo bwe yabba bannange bajja kufuna interest oyo omusajja mujja kulaba nga sanctions zero nga sanctions yes
Chris nze sigana kupostinga sigana kola buli kimu naye nze as far as I know those guys the international community for example like America UK n'abalala abo bo bateekawo gundi yaabwe first gye basooka okuteekawo bayinza n'okukozesa ng'ebyo byopostinga sigana indeed postinga naye I will never post such is okupostinga ekyo I concentrate on my brothers and sisters okuba sensitizing ambuno you're the power you can do each and everything abo abasajja balipira eyase bwe balaba wano nga kikuta akati. Yes.
So to cut you off, njagala to give a Chris. Chris inbox me njakuteeka and some of their Twitter accounts, warrior accounts. There's a couple of them. So njagala okwongerako actually general Chris Chagambe is true. One of the reasons why Oyo Omunyiwa Omwenge is in trouble with US foreign minister yamogedeko to even sanction him. Kubanga what Chris was talking about. If you're president, if you're first lady, if you're happening, if you're wakolanga mu campaign, Chovangamba, nebo bango wandi supposed to na no boy gadda kugamba hello. No take a call hashtag Uganda is bleeding. No take a call nayengo tadeke fan your fan about videos. It works so it actually press that's where it's coming from. Yes, Japan to them campaigns, to them gundi protest the last 3 weeks. Maybe na your video mtame vijateka financial first lady is the one that was the icing on the cake. So Chris Chogamba is true, and ngaje no wagambye buli omwali na president yagamba play your part. Yagamba section akola groundwork what where you do that na ebo banga wala akutay banga yagala kubanga we have gundi groups za Twitter byogendako you take ayo tuwandika there gundi transplaces ojokozesa videos bichi you'll be I think you'll be happy in the group. Nayenga what he's saying is so true kubanga never even Ugandans they're on there on WhatsApp and Facebook ku status zo abala twa saving ako UN number twa take ako human rights. So when you take I know about my status, na ya tenza stupid mbibateka ne mugundi zabo. Abona bana senator abogerako. Yeah, abona bana senator abogerako ba Cory Booker. Kubanga we go in the inbox to sendikira personal messages. I think X is the worst place to be. When you sendikira general X or chifuna oboyagala bato yagala. So that's why Chemba Denjo Gerako Chris Gerako is very, very helpful.
Mugambye,
I'm
not an ex-warrior.
I'll join you, bro.
For sure, just inbox me an email or something. Njaji kusindikira. Njaku adding on the group.
Okay, bro. Yeah. Okay, bro. Kambate mukova.
Inze ngawe manya abazungu. Ngawe manya yo community yaba abasajja. At times batukozesanga leverage. Badira ne bakulaga mbu bawagiranye ensonga zaaki nga balina some hidden agenda oba balina hidden deal gye bagala signing ono wamala ogisigning ngeno basala omuliro. So my humble request is nga bo posting bw'okola buli kimu naye fuba nnyo wansi osomese nnyo abantu bamanye who are they so that we tugenda like for a what for economic shutdown nga fena tukikola just this coordination uniform wanga lyonna olabe batakankana mpale ate abo kibawaliriza okulaba nga balaba mu kisindise kisituse awo we bagira ne bamaliriza lwaki bajja speed nyaawo nga baagala kulaga inclusiveness mu kibaddewo so that bafune chance next government eddako eva babukire yase newe tubeera mu mbeera ng'eno mostly ate bagikozesa just to keep their interests alive balaganye nga ababanyigiriza
Cheche why president always says mama na playing your part. Cheche why banga bonabona like the police here I can't even talk about Uganda police is useless. Na ye na wano njako example in the black neighborhood eliyo msalo mzungu ya making a joke na gamba if I walk through mzungu's neighborhood adawenga kubanga number ya fair police 911 so adawenga 911 na waiting uncle any kind of mistake na adawenga the other one abasirika ina showing up na if it's something mu black mu Burundi neighborhood mu black neighborhood batwala forever nyizo okumukwene ngamba bagala kunzita wembasi ina my own gun bagala kunzita no baita bagenda okutuka when everything is over with. So that's the same thing here Uganda Uganda by no kutegerant. No one is gonna fight for you. Ate President Chigamba over and over.
Yes.
No one is gonna fight for you unless you show that you're fighting for yourself. But they might come at the end. Na the idea chovankwa the example ya sanction. Or Biden we are office noli omuchala Harris, Vice President. Twaba sindika everything chovola wecho echitamivu bwecha treating anga. No senior rapist start away. Na signing echo chibill cha gundi echo cha bill. Chovava sanction echo chi speaker cha na tsuba kufuluma Uganda na cho beche yogeza. Kubanga habo na they on sanction. Na because we had to keep feeding them. So bajja kuja eventually, but you have to keep working. When you have to keep working. Bavana alaba President Yagamba that flag for a reason. Then they will meet you. Baga never meeting, but they want to meet you halfway. They want to meet you 75%. Na Uganda baga kutula ne bawasindika bwe balaba Mary Basoka ne bagamba ne bwetutula oba Mary what happened to the Mary only knows. Na bajjanga when it's done already.
Felt it yet.
Yaje ne gena Mombasa and the world was still waiting in Mombasa. But the idea we have to fight on our own battle. Nenda banengamba general ngoba dol wana nyo kan kaska juice. But I have to see you working for me to be able to come help you. Sija kujabu jinga wakatani ko kuduka, then I give you the juice. Nino kulaba you are working your heart off. No gamba, you know what?
That's why I told them. These people always see obala baba sindike moto kangenete de okwaka, then they come and nebongera mama nyiga.
Bakuyamba ko they push it off the way.
Kubanga already their economies are not okay. Katinga Bungereza. Olaba Bungereza tesobola kujjawo kulwana wetafunira kubanga economy ya crippling already crippled.
General, one of the reasons why to pushing Trump on the Mita rape is this is the first time Mita in the Mita clan 45. One of the reasons why we're pushing now, kubanga ina so many problems in the US. Byagire deporting abantu nga tebaina misango. Biri byalina gundi files bamunonyeza Geyakola n'omuntu oli yafa bali ba raping abana abato. All the stuff they were doing is pressure on him. So agenda okuyamba nga ayagala abajja abantu onto that. Kyova yagenda eri gundi okuwamba oli dictator omulala bali mu Iran. So he only does it now to take people ngalo that America we are too stupid. Bojira ne bongama tulula left in tulula jina badentunda lusoka. So trying to make us look away. So that's why now it's pressure on him. Ngawa na Uganda right now, if Ugandans could pressure him, he will come help. Chovola about that statement that was put there by that foreign or your senator. Or your senator take out maybe a lawyer no lawyer. Na never present lawyer present national lawyer na ye. Na ya aba pushing kubanga ya manyo kudealing on Trump. Kubanga is a Trump's friend. You know. Now the problem, the thing is, Kakati is when you want to pressure him, I make get pressure Gambe. Naenga they are looking for, you know, that's why the president is out there. Kubanga eventually, Geyakola anti the opposition over the elected president. Kubanga we feed it. And that will again on Larry Madowo's page. To move everything we can. Kubanga he's an international CNN reporter. Eventually has to tell them. The problem is when he said about Bayogera Kunyimbo was Simanyi was AI. Tola blasting and Akomao. They're all about pressure. But what what we want. We don't care if it's good or not. Yeah, call us CNN. CNN in Uganda. That's what you want to know. So you pressure him. He took it back quick. Inbox here. Messages in the your games you better not play with us. We have had enough problems as it is. He went back. Kakati, one of the reasons gundi no ya sanction yachi na chitamivu kubanga na obala ba maduonga byagamba ku ya blocking. I tell you, he was doing it on purpose. Now take his old tweets. So I think about everything. Kugambi bobato yagala for boyagala your message to go across. General Genda could X or take your message. No just syndicate right now in New York Kakati. Njiraba instant nemba sagala kujira because it's ng'omuntu bw'anakubira and you don't want to answer it. Jojo kufuna everyone. She Trump bakijjako okwo kubanga kyakiteekayo bya kisiru. So kiri kubyayo. So inakikwatira ku Facebook. Naye the idea nti when you want someone direct, akati wenjagala direct on TikTok asobola okukubira n'otankwata. Naye ku X.
Yeah.
Hey, njikule ne mukyala ojo n'omugamba nedda nnyabo lindako. Eriyo what they're calling me about Kandabe, what's going on here? Kubanga it get blown up. Chovola ba you use okozesa direct ya general. Naye otekayo yo gundi hashtag President Chovola President agamba free Uganda now. Kakati bogenda X n'otekayo free Uganda now. Ojja kulaba tweets zazona general zeyakoze. Zazona Williams zeyakoze. Zazona Joel zeyakoze. Eziri ku something to do free Uganda olabe ne message. That's the idea of it. Okay. Naye Chovola ambadde ngamba Chris Byabakama, that's what it is. Naye the idea is we have to do our own game. We have to fight our own. Gwe nojja nonyambako nga I'm already kubanga kasitantula with my hands. Ono omusajja ayagala kuteekawo kitamiivu next. That's his point. So but ono Zimbabwe ajja tugamba muddeyo mukole paka 31 si bwe twakola 2021 mu musiru gwe. Kakati you want to give us another 5 years. Ate ngo otajja kutuukayo 5 years. So idea jalina is for him to kumulaiza like half a year, 2 years. Ayagala kuteekawo ono omusajja. Kubanga akati ayogera ku bya vice president. But I'm making a vice president, you know, automatic is a president. Oli ajja genda eri yerwaze anti ebikono byabe na byafadde. He's just going to go get sick. Bagambe I want to step down. Ono nga tandika okukaba. Real cries. So naye eyo gundi economic shutdown stay home is the it was a stay home shutdown. Kyova yabaluma nnyo because obusoga batagenda kugula bintu.
Busoga just did it for 2 days or 3.
But that's what it did.
2 weeks.
Anti General twagikola for 3 days. That was the idea. Okulaga abantu abala naye era Kampala era as you know bagamba nze ngenda kukola. So they went. Naye busoga bagamba we're going to stick to it. Era the president even spoke about it. The highest one, the biggest protest we have had. Yali, but we designed it for 3 days. Yali October 25th through the 27th, 2023. It was so successful. Nti kugambe government. Bagala kola where to go. They didn't know where to go. Bagala kola, how do we stop him? So, Miss Florence, Madam Florence, Jolinya, how are you? By the way, Miss Florence, njaku sindikira number kweli our one of our Twitter accounts. Oku addinga one of the comrade abadde kuno abadde agala ku addinga. Njaji kusindika in your inbox.
Okay. Where was it? Yakuza. Chechiro.
Twali jeno chechiro. Eyo strategy yaffe ejja kukola. Olw'ensonga jeno walabye voice gye nataddeyo ku akaunti yange entambula gye ntambulamu ndala nnyo ne shares oziraba ensharinga gye bagisharingamu. Tulina kulemera ku strategy yaffe buli kimu kigenda kusoboka. Kubanga omu bw'awulira ekigambo ekyo n'akigamba munne kitegeeza ne bwe kiba kigenda okubaawo buli omu aba akimanyi nti kiri kye nawulira kye kigenda mu maaso. So tulina kulemezaamu bulemeza. N'ekintu kya Twitter ekyo kibadde bagamba Twitter etambuza nnyo amawulire mu bwangu ddala.
Anti siri Twitter. Siri I mean nze siri wako X man. Njina account. Njina bulungi nnyo. Nze saagimanyira oluzungu lungi.
Ojagimanyira olimba kubanga struggle gye tuliko kati ndalamu.
Simanyi luzungu.
You could read it in Uganda, they translate it now. So it don't have to be Luzungu no more. There is translation on there. They made sure. Hey. Okay. But then those like, yeah, but then I'm no, you can write it in Luganda. And your translations there. Te fire. Kakati ngono omusajja omeya wange wa New York eyakasinga tana yogerako anything naye every day I send him all my nonsense and then yita trash magambye hey it's your birthday president wange alira ku nsiko sebo what's good, what are you gonna do? But if I take out something where he's happy about it, did something for New York nti sebo Uganda was first I just getting a third paka you have to say something. I told him you speak about everything else. All those years. This what's going on. What's up?
This
you just have to keep it. Mandani.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Obeddonoonya.
Sikunoonya nze nnyinza okubula. Golooza bw'osimba omuti ewaka nga sikyategeerawo.
Otherwise, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Hi, Brooklyn. And hello, everyone.
Blessings. Blessings.
Brooklyn is there.
Just general, but then I can kwogera a little bit about the strategy.
Okay.
Strategy yogera can work. It is so it can totally remove the dictator. Strategy is a non-violent a grand strategy, a non-violent strategy. The effect is one. It's affecting is numbers. As long as the participation is in large numbers, it doesn't matter the strategy. Abajja kuvaako, as long as it is non-violent. That is the only thing which we have failed to to master or to acknowledge. We need numbers. Right now, it's a challenge, general. In this period, there are many strategies. So many strategies. Everyone, once a dictator gone, is coming up with a strategy. But what is affecting us is we are dividing ourselves in strategies. We are not uniting in strategy. We are dividing ourselves. However, I'm going to give you an example. Before I even talk about that strategy you are talking about, economic shutdown. In India, we all know from history how they chased away the British was because they poo-pooed. B, right? Poo-poo. Now, for a country to, yes, for a country to poo, exactly, to poo until it stinks, it means everyone poo-pooed. The elites poo-pooed, the middle class poo-pooed, the low class poo-pooed, everyone poo-pooed and collected. Now, imagine it. If that strategy was brought to Uganda, if it was us, would you still have the British as our colonialists? If that was the strategy that was supposed to send them away. Why? Because Idi will say, Idi I can't. That is too below my standard. You get it? Florence will say, my goodness, no, I can't even in my bedroom alone. I can't, even if there is no one seeing me, I can't do it. And we would fail. Right now, if you swap the Indians for Ugandans and see if we could have gotten rid of the British if it were us, we wouldn't. Because why? When Uganda, we have over ego, we think too highly of ourselves. I can't do that strategy. I can't do that one. I know that one will not work. That is why we are still stuck. Until we stop we become like over children in our imagination that we can do all the strategies. The point is unit. The point is unit. Katolaba. You will hear me. I can't. You hear so many comments. Me, I cannot. That strategy will not work even before we try it. The whole thing is, before you try something, how do you know it won't work? That is the question. Before you try it, how do you know it won't work? You see? You have to try it to see it won't work. And
let me say, a lot of people always judge before trying.
Exactly. And that is why, because we are too smart. We think and do this and try to imagine things, put things through our imaginations, and we think that will be reality. Reality could be something totally different because there are always many variables. When you are thinking in your head, it does not mean that what you have in your head, what you're thinking, is exactly what it is thinking. Totally different. Yeah. We forget there are always variable factors. Anyway, having said that, you see this economic shutdown, Brooklyn is still here. This is not the first time. This has been done before. Like he has said, and many of I think many of you know, this was done a couple of years ago. You know, Ginger closed it down, Masaka closed it down, a few, it's Kampala, few in Kampala. But you see, it brought the whole country was awake. It was like, what? No, they didn't believe, many people did not believe it. But again, how about if everyone closed down? For me, I have been an advocate of economic shutdown. You know, the stay-home protest, because in Uganda, it's one of the safest. You're not going to have confrontations. The best you can do is lock yourself in your house. Okay? Now, the other, and by the way, every time there is a kind of shutdown, the government comes to its knees. We should remember when the business people shut down, they said, no, we have closed our shops. What did the police do? They were helpless because this is the strategy. They cannot use tear gas on you. They cannot use canes. They're not going to come to your house and beat you up to go open your shop. They can't do that. The best they can do is to beg. We will give you security. We saw the police driving around Kampala. We are going to give you protection. We are going to make sure no one comes to your shop. Please come and open your shop. Please, no one should tell you not. It is please, 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 please. That's the language they use. Why? Because they're helpless. This regime has learned that the only way to solve problems is use tear gas, use gun, use canes, use violence. In situations where they can't use violence, they are helpless. They have no other solution. But what can it do? 1 week of total lockdown, people home, voluntarily at home, that is economically down. Like, they can't even continue. And if they refuse 1 week, if they are still like, no, we are not going to surrender in 1 week, you add 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We were in COVID, in lockdown for 2 years. And you think that government Museveni can't go? He will go. He will go. But because we are quick, like, that can't, we think should be by force. We think we should run on the street. For me, before, I think General Smanyola Zewa, I hope you can still hear me where you are. But before, during this 2025, General, I was here. Before, when they were doing the registration. And for me, I kept saying, you people, we need to be resistant. If we do not sow seeds of resistance, we are not going to reap resistance. Simba kasoli, no kungula ebijanjalo. And we tried. A couple of people tried. A couple of us tried to try to do the stay home protest before nga bakola good nominations. We are too busy in politics now. No one is going to stay home. Well, like people, we need to start this resistance beforehand. You get it? Because you cannot expect a child to walk before even they crawl. Mass uprisings on the streets are the last kind of the climax. But we still have time. We can still do this, even if, like, even with the stay-home economic shutdown, it can remove the dictator. It can totally remove the dictator. We can be the pioneers. And other countries can learn from us. That Uganda did it that way. Why? Because the streets are hot. The streets are hot. Everyone is saying, who are you going to send on the street? They're going to just, kill, imprison, the prisons.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying
That's
that.
the
And you
reality.
cannot force that. That's the reality. For General,
Even
me, I
going to the
told
streets,
people.
it's possible, but after weakening the system. And how to weaken the system? Just economic shutdown. Simple and easy.
Even if
those actors who can come and attack you would
with
have
the economic
seen
shutdown,
the
we may
reality.
not even need to go on the streets. I'm telling you, if we do it, the whole thing is, at least we know 70% voted for His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, right?
Thank you.
70% stay home. 70% stay home. And we can even mix this stay home with boycott. You open your shop, you are noted. You open your plaza, you are noted. We can totally
listen to me,
mix
Florence.
the two.
Florence, let me tell you the truth. Yeah, it's us that keeps the economy saturated with money. Who exactly am I talking of? Those people that clean, that maintain the roads, those people that go to hospitals and treat people at the lowest price, those teachers, market vendors. And yes, it's true, some people that deals with the government have got these big businesses.
And
But
that's the
who
reality
works
in
these
Uganda.
businesses? Yeah, who works in these businesses so that the businesses can go on? It's us. Who works in their factories? It's us. Who works in their who drives their lorries and what? It's us. So this movement is all about us, not about them.
And General, Ugandans, we need to realize that there is nothing we are going to get without sacrificing. You see, like I said, for me, I've been in this economic shutdown, but the first question the people put, comments, who is going to feed us? Are you going to give us food we stay home? Are you going to give us school fees for the children if we stay home? Are you going to first give us food, then we stay home? We were locked down for 2 years. No one gave us food. No one paid us our rent. No one paid anything. And we did not benefit from that. Right now, kids are going back to school. School fees is like school fees. But you think, if we really, sort this system, right? The kids are going to go to school for free. At least primary school is going for free, right? Secondary, university, things are going to change. But people are like, no, I have to go to work to get school fees so that I can pay $1 million for a primary kid. Do you get it? It's all doesn't, like, you think about it and like, this person, are we really thinking that we can actually solve our problems by just sacrificing for 1 month, 2 months, and that's it,
And you solve your problem forever.
Exactly. And we solve, okay, maybe not all the problems, but 60% or even 70% of the problems. We do not want to, over put expectations too high to 100. At least 60 or 70% of the problems solved.
At times, what makes me laugh? Some Ugandans are totally hopeless. They lost hope. And anybody who turns to be hopeless is a walking corpse. I'm telling you.
Of course, the moment you lose hope, you are dead.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Technically, you are dead.
Yes, please, stainless.
Yes, how are you?
Yeah, but stainless, for me, let me conclude. I'm just gonna go off. But
I'm
the thing
saying
we have to do.
that
Stainless,
plan
just give me 1
you're talking
minute.
about is good, but remember, us Ugandans, we love comfort. We love comfort zone.
General, Miss Florence was finishing that.
Yeah, let me
Let's
just
Florence
finish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wind up, Florence.
Yeah. So, general, maybe how can we organize this? Probably the whole thing is we have to go back to mobilization. Mobilization. We make sure the information reaches the ground. There are many ways.
Let's sensitize people.
Yes, mass sensitization. That's what we need. We can give ourselves time, okay? Because some people are like, no, the dictator. You cannot give time to the dictator. And this economic shutdown,
who told you?
We can't even set the dates because why? We need to know. Some people are like, when you tell the dictator, when you set the dates, you are telling the dictator what you are going to do. But for me, I believe in the power of the tsunami.
The reality is, let's sensitize people on what to do. On what's the agenda, but not how to carry it out. Carrying it out should be covered.
It's simple. It's simple, General. It is staying home.
Stand up. And listen to me. There is telling people we are planning an economic shutdown, but don't reveal your team that is in ground teaching people what to do.
I think that's not necessary.
You understand?
Yeah, that's not necessary because every Ugandan should be even carrying this information.
Shutdown.
Exactly.
But
team on the ground, we have to mobilize.
Teaching people, is sensitizing people, mobilizing people on the ground in different languages. We are not going to disclose that. Or how are we mobilizing? We are not going to disclose that.
Greetings, guys.
The mobilization, it's both on the ground, social media, and on the ground. Ugandans, General. Sometimes you like during the campaign trail. For me, I believe Ugandans actually are on social media because during the campaign trail, president would pass in the village, but you would find people waiting for him. How would they have known that he's going to pass there when they just cross the, they just cross the road?
It was stainless fast. Okay.
Anyway, thanks,
you,
General. I think. And thank you, everyone. But this is a good strategy. Let us all unite. Remember, we can only win if we unite in strategy. In strategy. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go on. Then Pajero comes in.
Thank you, friends, for the submission. It was very powerful and educative. Yeah. The economic shutdown will be one of the biggest sparks that Uganda can try, like that we are in the situation and all the what is taking place, the arrests and the killings. Naye it goes back to us Ugandans. You know, us Ugandans, the way how Museveni built up his strategies, he made sure that he makes Ugandans always be in a comfort zone. And he has drawn all his structures on the person who is down, the down levels, as someone to see. We always, when you look at them, people always like, comfort zones, as long as I've gotten one half bin of whatever me I'll push on. That's the problem we have. In that we have a lot of work to do to teach these people, most on people who are down, to educate them how this can work, how beneficial it can come. Because these other people can forget easily. Right now you can talk to someone, you educate someone in only 2 minutes. The same person you've been talking to will do something you won't even believe. Those are the people who are going to show those people the location where you were. They came and destroyed things that even we had in the West. The same people you went in and said, these are my people. Those are the same people. Because someone is just given a bunch of matoke, because someone has been given 2 liters, that person, they showed the family. That's why you saw in the West, even when we are going to vote, you reach when all that things are being ticked. Why? This community which is down is one which betrayed us. It's one which even showed all those. Even you can see even the MPs who are being stopped on the road and they took over their families. Like in the West it was worse, but who can say their voice? Everyone was quiet. So this goes out to Ugandans. We talk about something, this and this, especially people where in 1 minute. In 1 minute, my dear, even there, this body they turn you down. This has been also been in Kampala. Look at the traders. When they had a meeting, they agreed on something. What they do? They went and reported the strategies from someone who was leading. You know what they do to that guy? That guy was shut down, was even closed the mouth, when there's something couldn't even mention. Those are us Ugandans. We are so terrible. So it's going to take us to educate. Yes, we are going to mess the mass of educating. Me, I think it will be like a verbal wind if people are going on the ground to educate people, my dear. You're getting it. We as Ugandans, we forget easily. Today you'll be hungry, go about today, tomorrow get a piece of maize, you forget that even yesterday we were hungry. Those are us Ugandans.
What's the way forward?
So the way forward, it's going to take us a lot of time. This is the reality.
No problem.
Us educating these people.
Problem.
And I'm saying us educating them on the ground. Don't say that even as we are showing us vocally going on the ground. No, at the same time, there are going to be repercussions going on. Those people that will be teaching, something is going to happen. This is how the system is being designed. Are you getting it? So we have to be so careful. I'm saying, why I'm saying that, because for me, I experienced it the last elections, what happened like in the West. Those people, they will not come up and speak it up. You get it? They decide to just close up their what. So I'm just saying, even if they are going underground, they have to be whatever. They have to have security on themselves. They have to be so careful. But it's a very good strategy, a very nice one. But I'm playing because I've seen I'm playing Ugandans. I'm just playing Ugandans because from what I see, unless Ugandans unless it is a Ugandan on someone's bone, that's when they realize that is either for me now, when no someone calls me that the pain is causing me, I just keep quiet. Because a Ugandan, this is a person you will help tomorrow. In 1 minute, this person will forget.
Okay, the reality is
people are going, even though someone is suffering, has nothing, that is the system they chose and they have to face it. And it hits on their backbone. Maybe they realize they need to boycott and there is this economical structure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Pajero. Pajero Ningo. Unmute yourself.
Greeting to you. You changed the name to the desert. Anyway, congratulations, though.
Ningo, tie
Atie mabere, tie ning.
my bell.
Okay, Apoyo. Anyway,
I follow.
I just came and Florence were talking, and the sister here just walked away from our speech. They said something very good. It's so nice. I want to listen notions like that and ideas like that when ladies and whoever they push to to the issues of the country. I'm sorry you changed your name, but you'd have maintained your
That's
name.
my name.
You'd have maintained your name,
You
though
know-
things went apart.
No, this time, desert truth means obstructing the truth out of illusions.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay, brother. That's okay.
We've been moving with a lot of illusions. So
I know.
I decided to change my name that way as per my agenda this season.
Okay. However,
Yeah.
we are not going back to the previous issues. You remember I used to tell you, Desert, that this issue of protest vote is not going to work in the Ugandan government. Why? I told you guys, is a military government, and Museveni, when he came in power in 1986, he said it clearly to the Ugandan people of that is not going to leave this government presidentship alone. Whoever wants to come and take the leadership of Uganda or the president of Uganda, he has to come the way he came through the barrel, and is going to take, if the day is going to die, is going to take Uganda with him to heaven.
With him.
He said that this thing, this Museveni here. And all this 40 or going to 45 years is going to still be there. And we have to know that. Why did he say that? This is the West versus the North. I'm just I'm just saying this, blowing everything, if whoever doesn't want to take it or not. Because the North led Uganda during the Western colonization, when Kiwanuka and Obote came and Amin came and whatever came. Okay? And now we know what Museveni is standing for. I don't want to go very far. Museveni is a puppet of the Western country. You guys know very well when they were supposed to arrest Museveni in Nairobi. Okay? In I think it was in 95 or 84. When he was got in Kenya, in one of the restaurants in Kenya. He was arrested. But because he's being supported by the West, by the time Netherlands was the one supporting him, they released Museveni. When they released Museveni, all of the West started mounting against Obote. And that was the time when now they started pouring a lot of weapon to Museveni from the West, and they started fighting.
1984.
I'm telling you.
Was it 94? When was he arrested? 1984 or 1994?
I say 1984.
Okay.
Okay? 94 when it was, they got him in one of the restaurant in Kenya. That magazine is there. But they didn't bring him to Uganda after his arrest. They said, oh, blah, blah, the white people played the game and Museveni was released. When they released him from Kenya, he was taken to Netherlands, and that is when now he came back from Netherlands with the support of the Western world to fight Uganda. We are going to talk here forever and ever, but because Museveni is being supported by the West, nothing will happen in Uganda. Nobody is going to take over the leadership of Uganda as long as Museveni is still being a puppet of the West. Nothing. Nada. Zero. We know very well. I told you guys during the protest vote, I said it's not going to work, and it didn't work. Why? Because
So
the West
what's the
is the
solution
West. Listen here. The West is pouring about how many millions to Uganda to just sustain, to keep Uganda into their pipeline, because Uganda is helping the West in so many ways. In Somalia, Uganda is there. In Congo, Uganda is there. Just for the interest of the West. When they toppled Saddam Hussein, the Ugandan army were there to guide all the places that the American soldiers would capture. The Ugandans were there to guide us, like securities. They were there. They posted them there. Even in Afghanistan, Ugandan soldiers said were there. And that one, when Museveni took over the government, he said he's going to create jobs for Ugandans all over the world. And he did it. And he's doing it right now. So, the issue of Uganda right now, Brother Desert, is not politics. You will never overthrow Museveni through politics. Never. Uganda has been a country. Uganda has been a country of bullets, coups over coups. So there's nothing that nobody is going to take Uganda through the political, maybe walk away. Uganda is a country of military coups. So whoever wants to take Museveni out of that seat, he has to fight. He has to use a barrel. But because nobody even can afford Museveni right now, because he's a bat of the Western world, where they're using him, fighting Somalia, giving the minerals, using him in Congo to get all the minerals of Congo to the West. Okay? So this Uganda type of Uganda here, the masses will rise up, they will go and fill the street, they will still shoot them, and nobody is going to talk about it.
What about if we use this technique of economic shutdown?
There's nothing. There's what kind of economic shutdown you may talk about it. Uganda is being supplied about 13 millions from the US. What kind of economy are you going? They don't care. They will not care, because America and the Western world are supplying. They're giving money to Uganda to support Somalia. To even right now the West are supporting Uganda to destabilize the Middle East. Even if you try to say that, economic or shut down the economy, how are you going to shut the economy? The people that are generating economic, we listen here.
The
My
people who
question-
are generating the economy
Listen
of
to me.
Uganda
First
are
word,
right
you
now.
said it all, eh? I've
Listen
understood.
here.
So what's the way forward?
No, let me tell you. The people who are generating the economy of Uganda are not even Ugandans. These are the Indians that kicked them away, but Museveni brought them back.
So my question is,
the money
who are the
listen here,
Indians?
listen, Desert.
Who keeps
The money,
Indians
the money,
alive here?
the West are pouring a lot of money in Uganda.
I'm
You
asking
can play your game.
then
You can
who
play your
keeps
game
that
of shutting down the
saturation?
economy, but it's not going to work.
I'm asking you, who keeps that saturation in the economy?
It's the West. They are giving money to Museveni government. It's the
Okay,
West.
let them come and occupy the work, all the works here. I'm talking about listen to me, Pajero.
Yeah.
Pajero. I'm talking about the working, all the people that are working, mostly me and these people who doesn't occupy offices. Can you believe we are the ones that keeping the money saturated in the economy?
It's okay, Desert. Do you know that the government of Uganda can operate without even the masses input? Do you know that?
How?
Museveni government can use the government
Are you
only.
thinking normally, brother?
Oh my goodness. Museveni can use his own strategy, not even include the masses.
Brother, can I teach you something?
Go ahead, bro.
You can be with money stuck in the bank. When you get money and you stack it in your bank, when you don't put that money in use, can you believe that money is useless?
Well, for Museveni government right now, the money that is put in the government, the money that they put in the government from the West, he is using it in a different way, brother. I'm telling you.
Can you tell me, how can the economy operate without me?
Well,
I don't mean as
I'm just telling you that Museveni government economy can work without you. You want to go and stay home, you don't want to go and work, you don't work. Museveni government will continue working, bruh. I'm telling you.
How? Just
it doesn't matter. How? You don't want to work, you don't want to go to the company. But do you know why? How is Museveni government is going to use the Western money to operate the government, to use the money to the police, to the military, and to the government representative?
To do what?
The government will continue functioning. The lay people, the people, if you don't want to work, stay home.
And teach people. The government should come to schools and teach people. The police should come and sweep the roads. The police should come and work in the factories. The police should come and work in the chambers. The police should come and start cultivating.
Okay. Do you know that those factories are not government factories? Those are individual factories. So the government doesn't care.
Bro, if you don't know anything.
Last time you told me if I don't know anything, it's okay. Now you are telling me the same thing, but it's good to listen to my own notion too.
I've had your notion. Where does it take us? Yes, I accept your notion of the barrel. Why don't you come forward? We shall follow.
You know what? Listen here, Desert. Uganda.
Please,
listen
we
here.
We are there to follow.
Okay, listen.
We are
Uganda needs to use Obote Part 1 strategy of flushing the government of Uganda out. Obote Part 1. The strategy that Obote used, if somebody is going to use, is going to work in Uganda. But Ugandans themselves, inside Uganda there, will never work.
How can we do it?
You can engage South Sudan, engage Kenya, engage again Tanzania, bring Tanzania, wakombozi, then they go and flash again Uganda. They do the same Sabasaba time. That will work in Uganda. If you said you talk in Uganda, doing everything, it will never happen, brother.
Okay.
Let us think. Plan B.
Let's first give Shanti. Shanti wanted to say something.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
so
Shanti.
you do
Okay.
that. Did my man just say that the government can work? Is that what he said? I want to make sure
the government can work without people.
That the government can work without people. No, some people are just funny to me.
No, but the problem. But I'm saying this, right now, the government of Uganda will not. Listen here, guys. You guys are seeing things happening right there.
My man said,
listen here. The government of Uganda will even work without the masses.
He still brought that talking points.
No,
the West is the one that gives them money.
No, the government of Uganda, guys. I'm just telling you point blank. We have to reason. You need to listen to your brain. Listen to your brain. The government of Uganda,
they do not give US. US does not give Museveni money. So they need to start with this talking points, and West gives him money. And that's why when you ask him who gives him money, the same question they ask, he goes around, the other guy is Judge B, goes around and say, Western is the one that's giving, is the one that's interrupting his government. When they ask him which Western countries, my man said that the government could work without people. So the only people that are in the Uganda right now is just the government. That's what he said. And we have to sit here and listen to people like him who would actually, it's like they want to make people sound just go stupid or crazy. Who the hell says that? That the government is the only one that can, they cannot do without us. Unbelievable. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
Thank you. Shanti jangu maso.
Yeah, General mwebale mwenda kakati nze nga bulijjo ndi mukusakira abaana bange. I hope everyone understands Luganda because it's easier for me to explain everything. If anybody doesn't understand Luganda, now is the time to say so. Do we all understand Luganda here? I guess yes. Kakati, I don't know how many people are following. Na ye nze banayimba nsaba. Yes, omulama go tuliko, we are not giving up, and also we are not giving up on our people. Our people bani babentegeeza. Abali on ground abakyasingiridde ddala okunyigirizibwa mu mbeera emu oba endala. So that being said, mbadde mbasaba n'obw'obwembeefu bungi. Tukwatire wambambi, let us support bana abantu baffe abatasobola genda ku mirimu. To be more precise, ba foot soldiers. Abasinga mwenna mukimanyi babawamba, abamu abafuna omukisa ne batabawamba bali mu dduka. They can't go to work. Businesses are baziggala because their life is more important than business. But again, for them to be alive, they need to eat. Ekyono kyetusobola obbayambako ale tubagulira akawunga akakasolwe kanaatulema tugula akamuogo banenze ekigwegwe mulango embakubira matches tugenda maaso n'ebino okabanja batulina okabanja nga tuli balamu era baani abagenda okabanja bwe tubanga abantu bagenda starvingira mu nju. Museveni akikoze akigenderera. Some people bajja kuno ne beebuzaabuza teri abanoonya teri abaganye kola, but be realistic. Abaana bali mu kudduka bali mu kwekweka tebasula nawaabo. Abamu babateerako n'amakufulu ba landlords bakubanja. Abamu baba landlords be babayitira n'aba baduuyi. So bambi twebeereremu baddiya. Tusonde bwe tuba twasobola okukuba omulanga ne tusondanga amafuta abaana ne batalayira gye baali balaze. Let us help. Tukwatire wamu. Ow'omutwalo bw'obanga tegukuluma guleete, ow'enkumi zireete. Let's help abaana bafune ekyo baleke kustavingira mu nju. Kyembadde mbasaba ennamba yiiyawo waggulu tekyukanga. Tuteeke ffenna kye tufunye tubagulira akawunga. Tebasabye bijanjalo, tebasabye nnyama, kawunga. That would be a good start.
Imi waffe yali atusonderera kati naye yakusonderwa. Imi
Ime nanti is one of them. Eduka lidale kakazi katukabera kekweka.
Ninawo mutwalo gwo.
Imenga ya soda mafuta, imenga ya vumba na mungodi, imenga ya kola buli kimu. Kati naye mukazi watu yekweka tasobola na kugula duka.
Nakola boxes and boxes ne eza like daddies aba foot soldier baliye.
Kati naye daddies azegomba taziraba. So, but dear, much as we come here to, talk about what the strategies, but the strategy of feeding our people should also be one of the, of the topics. Chemba denze njalo kuisao. Amishanti webale. Kubango okweberera mutebigenda koma mukabanja. Kweberera munokulaba nga we all support each other mu ngeri gye tusobola. Right now, chetusobola ndaba ekisingirako ddala gula kawunga. Tugula kawunga. Bana tubagulira kawunga. Kansoke ne muting mwana nati ndikumulwe nenja kuba following.
Sunu ngenda kubaletera ka sample ka handbook ka process je tugenda okuyitamu nga tugenda kweno economic shutdown. Obutabo mukubisa bwaki bwakuwabo be abagenda otambula ku ground nga bye balina okusensitizing abatuuze be balina otambulirako. Sunu ngenda kukanvilinga kagenda kukwatagana ne economic shutdown. I pray mbu byonna bitambula bulungi. With the economic shutdown, since a bag rantingira mbuno to sensitize the masses, it will take like 10 days, 10 weeks, over 3 months, over 10 months. But I'm sure once we execute it, it won't take more than 2 weeks. I mean 2 months. Ngabana abasajja tebase kutaka. Newe babera ne mamba. Newe babera ne mamba. Newe babera ne nyonyi, ne drones ezo. They will.
General, nze kwecho chenyini, I've been thinking, nti olaba strategies twalina from day one ebyokukabanja biki. Bana abasajja batubeera munyo ne bawulira bye tuplaninga. Is there a way? Is there a way where tusobola okikola nga to eliminate them ne batamanya? Kubanga okimanyi nti n'okwetegeka ennyo ffe twaba wange ekyokukola.
Era kyekyo nabagamba wano.
Twaba wange ekyokukola buli bwe twayogeranga nga gagenda
geetegereza. Mami Shanti, ky'obamanya era nakuno kwebali.
Yes.
Era baba bakulinkinga era ne babizzaayo. Bagamba mbawulira bakola kino ne kino ne kino.
Kati what is the solution to that? Because tugenda kikulu.
Okay, nze wano just mbagamba we have to plan for an economic shutdown. How? When? That's ours.
Okay. Kyekyo December yalo obuuza kuba it's a little bit bujja ne buwuliriza ne bugenda ne bwogera. Nabo ne beetegeka.
Kino wetuba tukikoze kyanjawulo banaakunona mu nnyumba.
No, labayo. Ime, do not forget one thing. Tibana abantu bayesi basiru nga bitulowooza. Mujja baga mu planning kino. Nabo bagende bayiba batandika okusensitizing ate abantu before we do. But if we don't know, nga njeno bwagala bwe tubalaze even when and how. Nabo bajja kufuna engeri baki accountira. So, tukikole nga tuli a little bit discreet.
Kituufu naye nze ndaba kino kyanjawulo.
Nze I don't underestimate oyo musajja. Abasajja batuufu.
I can't underestimate anything.
Ime, we cannot underestimate them.
Mami Shanti. Wasuze otya eyo?
Nasuze ndi ku muliro. Ninga bbalu.
Imi ng'obuze. Bakuwasa.
Data nvuga speed nvaako naawe.
Nange bwentyo agakatonda.
Data oba ennaku zino banywa munywe.
Ate data w'ennaku zino
no what?
yansobedde eddakiika 2.
Adduka.
Kateebereza okuva ku ssaawa mmeka? Ssaawa 8 paka kati ndi ku data. Agwako wenzizaako.
Okimanyi ayinza okukozesa n'emitwalo 10 nga totegedde.
Definitely.
Kamutabani wange.
Mami Florence yalagawa.
Mami Florence yazeeko wano network ennaku zino emutawanya. Mukebereko muzirate
kuno. Yamukubirako. Ate Alice.
Yamutaddeko teyayogedde buli.
Alice yabuze.
Bannaye Alice.
Ne Sara naye talabikako.
Webale. Sara ye pressure zamukuba Uganda ye muluma.
Abantu abamu nno nga byabasobera. Lwe nagamba idi nti ebintu mpulira binsobedde.
Muneze nabagamba tebagwamu maanyi. Keep pushing. Keep. Aha, uyaze. Awadde atuwulira nga tumuge. Sarah. Guten.
Hello.
Hello.
What am I here? Bunabula. Badeo.
Obedda.
Whether city one in a badeo, every one be worried.
Okay.
Tell
me, how are you?
I'm fine, and you guys?
Tuli. Nalongo gamba ki.
Zo mutima gwamenyeka.
Kati fa abali mu kyoto tukole ki? Wafisi gwamenyeka todduka oli wamu.
I am very fine.
Naye olwokati fe abe haidinze tugogere ki?
How are you?
Nasuze na ku lubalaza lwakwagala kufuna network.
Muli muti eyo ku ground.
Ground gye eri etwokya.
Nawulidde babayiga.
Wawulidde?
Njogedde bubi?
Si byakuwulira. Manya bumanyambo bayiga abaana. Yeah.
Neranga Mama Shanti, why you get there? I think we should do so the way she said. I like the way what she said.
Good okyamulaba kuno.
Ani?
Mutabani wa Mashati okyamulabako?
Mutabani wa Mama Shanti yani?
Tomumanyi.
Ala, tutandise okulaba obadde walagawa.
Badde undercover.
Obadde okaabanga gundi nga muganda we weruweru. Obadde okaabanga gundi. Abadde asiita bigere.
Ani awadde asiita ebigere?
Mukulu wo weruweru.
Oh my God.
Weruweru yasiita ebigere. Ngezo ga bibi bamumya amata.
Oyo yasisa busesi. Bwe babagamba bakanyonye bakalwanire yakaba bukaabi.
Omukimanyi omusajja yakwogerawo mu ddakiika 0.
Esente ya MP ng'ewooma.
Yasala wait.
Bannange
muli ekyandaga
sente.
Nahiga ekifaananyi kyandaga mbu teri politician akolerera kyukakyuka kyovola nga balwanyisanga amagulu 2 eno we bigaana ng'afunye ofiisi.
Ajja komawo.
Ebwadda.
nanti nange last time I was here nemba gamba nacho china we chiyigiriza olaba aba MPs kiraga nti no tetulina na besiga we just omuntu gwe balina okwesiga omuntu
abo tebalina makulu wadde era temugezaako kwesiga wadde omuntu n'omu kati bali ku ssente bajaguza
bawolereza era n'omala obanyegako ayizo
oyo talina makulu oyo mwoyo gwa ggwanga ne platform ze akakiiko k'abaana b'amawulire ejjukira balina akakiiko kaabwe era bagambye bagenda muyisaamu eggaali ennene ennyo oba naye yalidde kubanga bw'obeera ku pulatifomu y'ebigambo byayogera owulira ddala nga balinga gwe baatuuzizza wansi ne bawa ssente
mukugaira omala onyega kuba MP akuvumaavuma